This morning, the federal government is taking steps to protect a longtime star performer at a Miami aquarium. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Agency added Lolita the orca to part of an endangered group of whales. The decision comes after years of protests from animal rights groups. Vicente Arenas is at Lolita's home, the Miami Seaquarium in Key Biscayne, where the legal battle is just beginning. Vicente, good morning.
Good morning. The ruling doesn't go into effect for another 90 days. Meantime, Lolita is staying put. Meantime, animal rights groups say they'll fight to prove the Endangered Species Act is being violated.
For more than 40 years, Lolita has been the main attraction at the Miami Seaquarium, spending most of her life in captivity after being taken legally from the waters off Washington State in 1970. Now, animal rights groups hope she'll have a chance at retirement. On Wednesday, federal officials added Lolita to a small group of wild orcas already on the endangered list.
This is Lolita's first shot at freedom. She has been held in what is to her the equivalent of a bathtub longer than nearly any other orca in captivity.
Performing 2 shows a day, 7 days a week, the 20-foot-long killer whale lives in an 80 by 60-foot tank with a platform down the middle.
Free Lolita!
Activists want her transferred to a protected marine pen in the waters off the Pacific Northwest. There, she would be monitored and, if deemed fit, gradually reintroduced to other wild orcas.
We want to see Lolita transferred to a coastal sanctuary in her home waters, potentially released back to her wild family.
But the government's ruling does not require the Miami Seaquarium to move the orca. So curator Robert Rose says she's staying put.
She'd die, without question. She's not prepared to be released.
Rose says the 7,000-pound whale is better off in the environment she's called home for much of her life.
She's got a trained staff that takes care of her day in and day out. And now this group wants to take her and has an experiment with her. Why aren't we focusing in on the wild population?
The Seaquarium fears Lolita could end up like Keiko, the trained whale which spent most of its life in captivity and starred in the movie Free Willy, but died after being released into the wild. In a statement, federal officials noted concerns about freeing a captive whale, including disease transmission and the ability to adequately find food. Still, both sides insist they only want what's best for Lolita, even if it means a lengthy legal battle.
Federal officials say they're nowhere near deciding what should happen to Lolita next. They first have to conduct a scientific review to decide what's best for her and other orcas in the wild. Gail?
Vicente, thank you.